Hello and welcome to News Now on TV360. I am Thelma Okoro. We begin the news with an alleged attack by Boko Haram in Adamawa State. Many people are feared dead after members of the terrorist group attacked two communities in the northeastern state. The communities in Ubango and Maduhu are both in Madagali local government area of Adamawa State. Chairman of Madagali local government area Yusuf Mohammed says the attack lasted for nearly 2 hours. According to him, houses, churches, shops and animals were burnt down during the incident. Meanwhile, security operatives are yet to confirm the incident on Monday night. Academic programs in all public universities in the country have been grounded following an indefinite strike action called by the Academic Staff Union of Universities ASU. Many Nigerians, including parents and students, are divided over the strike, which, going by past ones, usually lasts for several months. About 40 federal and 44 state universities in the country would be affected by the strike action. At the heart of the dispute is a failure of the government to fully implement the 2009 FGN and ASU agreement and the 2030 Memorandum of Understanding reached by both parties. The Nigeria Labour Congress has declared support for ASU's decision to embark on an indefinite strike action. General Secretary of the NLC, Peter Uzo Oson, said all employers, including the government, had a responsibility to honor agreements reached with workers. He called on Nigerians to demand uninterrupted academic calendar for their children in Nigerian universities. Nigerian entertainer and co-convener of the Resume or Resign protests held in Abuja against President Muhammadu Buhari has been attacked. Charlie Boy was attacked by supporters of the president at the Wuse market in Abuja. He had gone to the market to mark the 9th day of his protest against the president's absence. His car was vandalized and it took the intervention of security operatives to get him out of the area and to safety. A co-convener of the group, Deji Adeyoju, confirmed the attack on the Nigerian entertainer. The anti-Buhari protesters are demanding a full disclosure on the health details of the president. He has been in London for the past 100 days on an indefinite medical vacation. Nasarawa State Police Command has arrested 2 persons in connection with a mob action that led to the death of a soldier identified as Ayuba Ali. According to the police, the problem began when the soldier reportedly hit a street hawker at Agwan Afi area of the town while riding a motorbike. The soldier, who was in mufti, tried to pacify the hawker, and an altercation ensued, resulting in the irate youths beating him to a coma. He later died in a hospital. The National Security Advisor, Ali Mungono, has ordered the arrest of 8 Chinese nationals accused of illegal mining in Plateau State. The order follows the directive of acting President Yemi that the illegal mine site in the area be sealed off and the miners arrested. Also arrested were 12 other Nigerians reportedly involved in illegal mining activities in the area. The Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has adjourned till Wednesday to rule on whether to hear a fundamental rights enforcement suit filed by suspected billionaire kidnapper Evans Chidumeme. In the suit, Evans is asking the court to declare his continued detention since June 10th without arraignment illegal. He says his detention violates his fundamental rights as guaranteed under the 1999 Constitution. He is also seeking a declaration that his parade on June 11 before journalists at the Lagos Police Command headquarters in Ikeja without any court order be ruled unconstitutional and illegal. The suspected kidnapper asked the court to order the respondents to immediately arraign him before a law court or release him from prison. The Lagos State Police Command has paraded over 24 suspects for various crimes ranging from armed robbery to cultism. They were paraded at the police headquarters in Ikeja, GRA. Speaking to newsmen, Commissioner of Police Fatai Owosheni assured the force will continue to fight crime or reduce it to the barest minimum in the state.
We also want criminal elements to know that except we don't get to know that any act of criminality that is carried out in the state or by any other criminal element who had committed an offense even out of this state and run to this state, that we have all what it takes, the wherewithal, to look for them and ensure that they are brought to justice.
On the issue of police misconduct, the commissioner warned officers to desist from crime-related activities. He said reports of professional misconduct against any police officer will be treated in line with relevant laws.
We want to assure the general public that this command is prepared to ensure that the philosophy of the Inspector General of Police to stamp out all acts of professional misconduct, all acts of corruption, and any act bordering on criminality by service personnel will be pursued with the vigor that it deserves. And we are using this opportunity to send message across to our colleagues in uniform.
Nearly 24 hours after changing its leadership, the Edo State House of Assembly on Tuesday resumed plenary, with the new Speaker Kabiru Ajoto presiding. Ajoto was sworn in on Monday following the dramatic impeachment of Justin Okonobo as Speaker of the House on allegations of gross misconduct. Also removed by 19 members who allegedly signed the impeachment notice were the Deputy Speaker Elizabeth Ativie and Majority Leader Foli Ogedengbe.
Corruption not in my country.
Hello? Yeah, I found your wallet in front of a supermarket. Meet me at Apple Junction. Yes, I'll be waiting for you.
Now we find out. Two of us.
Thank you very much, officer. You know, it's surprising that men like you still exist in the police force.
Yes, so...
Oh, yes.
This is just a token of my appreciation.
Oh, no, you don't need to do this. We are only doing our job.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
You're welcome.
Now I know police is really my friend.
Yes.
Friend. Hey. Which came up with this one? I don't understand.
You know your problem. You are greedy. I'm a policeman who is doing his job. All forms of corruption in the force. Not in my country.
Corruption not in my country.
Welcome back. Let's turn our attention to business news now. The Naira declined further against the US dollar at the parallel market, exchanging at 365 to the dollar. Traders say demand for foreign exchange outstripped its supply in the market. CBN has for several months been intervening at the foreign exchange market to stabilize the Naira. The Naira had rallied around 363 Naira to the dollar for about 2 weeks until market forces dragged it into depreciation. Oil prices fell on Tuesday, extending a heavy sell-off after a surge in US dollar. This was also weighed down by signs of weaker demand in China, the world's second-largest consumer. Brent crude was down 55 cents at $50.18 per barrel, while US crude was down 45 cents at $47.14 per barrel. ample supply from big oil exporters, including members of OPEC, and the U.S. is encouraging investors to sell long positions bought in July during a period of rising oil prices. Sierra Leone's President Ernest Bai Koroma fought back tears as he said the country was devastated, caused by mudslide and flooding in the capital, Freetown. He says the floods have overwhelmed the country. Over 270 people have been confirmed dead so far, with thousands still missing. Speaking to journalists at the Regent Hilltop community of Freetown, which is one of the areas worst affected by the mudslide, the president said Sierra Leone needed urgent support now to cope with the disaster. A national emergency has been called after the city suffered heavy flooding on Monday, thought to be the worst in Africa over the past 2 decades. Israel and the UK say they are sending aid as quickly as possible to the country. Zimbabwe's First Lady Grace Mugabe could face legal action after reportedly beating up a young woman in the company of her 2 sons in South Africa. Gabriela Engels, a 20-year-old model, says Grace Mugabe attacked her with an extension cord after finding her in a hotel with her 2 sons, Robert Jr. Mugabe, who is 25, and Chatunga Mugabe, who is 21. Grace Mugabe had been in South Africa for medical treatment. South Africa's police minister Fikile Mbalula says the Mrs. Mugabe had handed over herself to the police and was due to appear in court as soon as possible. Grace Mugabe is a possible successor to her husband, Zimbabwe's 93-year-old president, Robert Mugabe. The Nigerian Football Federation has issued a stern warning to referees ahead of the 2017 Ayoto Cup. NFF in a statement says it will clamp down on errant referees by removing them from officiating further matches. The NFF also warned the referees could face prosecution depending on the crime they commit during those matches. Real Madrid coach Zinedine Zidane has expressed his anger at a 5-year game ban handed to Cristiano Ronaldo for pushing a referee on Sunday. Madrid held a 3-1 first leg lead going into a second leg against their fierce rivals on Wednesday, but will have to do that without Ronaldo. The World Player of the Year was controversially shown a second yellow card for diving on Sunday and handed an extra 4-game ban for a light push on the referee. Spanish world number 2 Rafael Nadal will replace Andy Murray as world number 1 next week after number 3 Roger Federer pulled out of the Cincinnati Open. Federer's withdrawal means Nadal will be the first only top 4 seed at the US tournament. Murray and Djokovic have also withdrawn from that tournament. Their withdrawal means Nadal will return to top sport for the first time since July 6, 2014. Well, that's all we have on news now. Thanks for watching. I am Thelma Okoro.